right. Hello, Twitch, and hello, YouTube. We are once again going to be multi-streaming to both Twitch and YouTube. So welcome. If you are joining us on YouTube and you want to be able to live chat and hear me respond, head over to twitch.tv/Jimmy Veteran Audio. That link should be in the description there. I can only have so many screens going at once, and so I've got Twitch chat up that I can monitor as we go. So if you want to ask me a question or get something, get a comment looked at live, then by all means head over to Twitch. By way of introduction, I am Jimmy Moreland. I'm a voice talent, audiobook narrator, and sometimes music producer. And on this stream, we're going to be doing some live auditions on the biggest pay-to-play voice casting websites. That is voices.com and voice123.com. And if we have time, we're going to head over to ACX, the Audiobook Creation Exchange, and take a look at maybe trying to get some audiobook work there. Today is going to be a bit of a shorter stream. I know that if you're looking at the schedule, it says I'm on from 2 to 4, but we've got some other work coming in that we can't live stream, and so we're going to be ending this one pretty short, but that's okay. Doing auditions is all about being fast, and today we are gonna be fast. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure that we've got Pro Tools up and ready to go. We're going to make sure that we've got our auditions website up and ready to go. Make sure our windows are appropriately sized, and we're going to go straight into, we're going to start on voices.com because that is where we just got an audition notification. So we're going to go into Voices, refresh the page, and see what this new audition is. Toast, company overview, sizzle. We get it, vibe and tone, confident, honest, authoritative. Yes, we get it. It's a sizzle. Awesome. Even though this says female, we would like to hear male VO auditions as well. On Voice123, that might scare me away from submitting an audition at all, but on Voices, we are still good to go, so we're going to go ahead and jump in. Let's see here. Okay. I love that they're including bits about the visuals, what we're going to be seeing on screen as the viewer hears our voice. This is great. Restaurants. They're about creating experiences, memories. I'm a bit amped up because I just climbed 2 flights of stairs. And so we're going to take a moment, kind of reset a little bit, get ourselves more in the mood. I know it says sizzle, but we can't be an out-of-breath sizzle. It's got to be, the energy is in our voice, but not like we just climbed 2 sets of stairs. So, restaurants. They're about creating experiences, memories, connection, a sense of belonging. That's the heart of hospitality. We at Toast understand. That's why we led the charge in cloud-based restaurant management solutions, building the first all-in-one platform designed specifically for the needs of restaurants. Building the first all-in-one platform designed specifically for the needs of restaurants. Our focus on hospitality puts people first. We streamline operations to bring back the joy of guest interaction, the ease of intuitive tools, and the foundation for exceptional service. We tackle the complexities of the restaurant business head-on. Toast is built to understand tight margins and the need for efficiency. It's a platform that empowers both restaurants and their employees to shine. We're going to stop it right there. There's a good chance that we've hit the 50-second mark, and that's 50 seconds to 1 minute. That's what people get. You've got no business giving people a 3-minute read. Restaurants. They're about creating experiences, memories, connection, a sense of belonging. That's the heart of hospitality. A sense of belonging. We at Toast Oh, that was right. Okay. Maybe the gap's a little long. Replace this gap here. I'm not trying to nitpick myself, but it is important to go ahead and, as I always say, the first 3 seconds, that's when the majority of yay or nays happen, in the first 1 to 3 seconds. So your first 1 to 3 seconds have got to be right on point. Restaurants. Restaurants. They're about creating experiences, memories. No. Restaurants. They're about creating experiences, memories, connection, a sense of... That's probably good. We're not even going to listen to it. We feel good about that, and that's a good feeling to have. I don't know what has happened here. Pro Tools likes to get funny when you've got certain kinds of edit modes going on, but we're gonna fix this. They're about creating experiences, all right, memories, connection, memories. Okay, that's what's going on there. It's this guy that we want to drag out. Connection, connection, a sense of belonging. That's the heart of hospitality. We at Toast understand. That's why... We at Toast understand. That's why... Good. Of hospitality. We at Toast understand. That's why we led the charge in cloud-based restaurant management solutions, building the first all-in-one platform designed specifically for the needs of restaurants. Our focus on hospitality puts people first. We streamline operations to bring back the joy of guest... We streamline operations to bring back the joy, the ease of intuitive tools, and the found people first. We streamline operations to bring back the joy of guest interaction, the ease of intuitive tools, and the foundation for exceptional service. We tackle the complexities of the restaurant business head-on. Toast is built for exceptional service. We tackle the complexities of the restaurant business head-on. Toast is built to understand tight margins and the need for efficiency. It's a platform that empowers... Okay. We are just under 50 seconds, but that is close enough to where we're going to call that good to go. Bounce this out. We're calling this Toast Sizzle. Toast Sizzle. There it goes. Reply. Let's see, what number are we? There's 11 people in front of us. That's okay. The general, I'm going to quote this at there. And then we're going to write Pro Tools bounces, auditions. We shouldn't have to navigate that folder tree again. Back. Now we just heard our little email notification. That may be another job, an audition call coming in. Let's take a look. It is. It's over on Voice123. There's not really a sense of urgency on Voice123 because of the way that they send out their audition calls. Voices.com, absolutely a sense of urgency. As soon as those things hit your email, if you're there, then you want to jump on those right away. We're looking at this. Bluegenics. Ooh, it's a somewhat unfortunate rhyme, but we'll take a look at it. Okay. So this is a sizzle, if you will. It's a launch video. Right off the bat, it's the kind of thing that you would expect, the kind of verbiage. So we're going to go ahead and hit record on this. Breaking news. After 8 years of retail success and 250,000 customers in Canada, David Hunter is taking his amazing health discovery to the world. David Hunter is ditching his successful retail model to start a global direct sales company, Bluegenics Naturals. David says, "I would rather pay my advertising budget to the people of the world who can all benefit from this unique, all-natural food source product. In the beginning, when the sun's..." Okay. All-natural food source product. In the beginning, when the sun's powerful life... all-natural food source product. In the beginning, when the sun's powerful, life-giving rays hit the ocean's surface, the miracle of not only ocean life, but powerful, life-giving rays hit the ocean's surface, the miracle of not only ocean life, but all life was created. The first food source came to life: plankton. What is plankton? Why is critical? Okay, this is another case. It's a typo that we are going to correct. We're lacking a definite article here. Source came to life: plankton. What is plankton? Why is it critical to life on Earth? Let's watch this BBC Earth video. Wow, as you can see, a world without plankton is a world devoid of life itself. So what is David Hunter's product, and why has he had so much success and powerful results with this amazing discovery? That will be plenty. We did a pretty good cold read on that. Our energy might be a little bit too amped, too hype, but then again, that might be what this client is looking for. We're all about speed. I am speed. This is all about speed. You cannot spend 20 minutes second-guessing yourself. I am going to look at these gaps here because I feel like maybe this one was a bit long. Health discovery to the world. David Hunter is... Maybe not. Maybe it was this one that was a bit long. Naturals. David says, I would rather pay my advertising budget to the people of life. Plankton. What is plankton? That's all good. This one's long. This BBC Earth because there's going to be a video break. Let's watch this BBC Earth video. Wow. As you can see, a world without plankton is a world... Good. We're going to call that good enough. Hit our crossfades. Make RX10 active. Bounce. And this is BLUGNICS. Okay. Blugenics. Okay. Reply. 190. Select the file. There it is. There are so many little things in my workflow that I've done to optimize my speed, and I'm sure there's a million more things that I can do, but it's an ongoing process. You are never done finding all the little ways that you can shave off a half second here, a half second there. Let's go ahead, speaking of shaving off time, and we're going to bounce out some jobs that we know that we're not going to audition for. So, for example, this one, there are 68 people ahead of us in line. As much as we would like to be the nice response, we're going to pass on this one. Likewise, this one here, 49 responses ahead of us. That's like nearing the cusp of like when I will find it worthwhile to send an audition in, except that we are 90%. So at best, we will be somewhere in the stack of the 90%ers. We want to be obviously in the 100% voice match if we're going to consider something like this. So we're going to pass on this one. Even though, can we hit the back button? Can we actually, the operator immersive investigation game. That sounds really fun. I love investigation games. Probably one of my most played games in the last 6 months is Phasmophobia, which is like a ghost investigation game. Very spicy, very fun. But let's see here. This one, the budget is only $25. And on voices.com, that means the budget for us is actually $20. So do I want to spend the time maybe having a chance at perhaps maybe getting $20? How long is the total? The total script is only 70 words. What's the usage though? Non-broadcast in perpetuity, as authentic to the 1920s and 30s. That's always fun, but you know what? Like this, it's a bit much. We're not going to do this one, so we got to archive it. This one here, big budget, and the length isn't that crazy. I'm curious as why there's only 13 responses for something with a budget this big. Oh, this is why. ENG plus FR. So this will be a bilingual product. VO will be required in both English and French, the Québécois in particular. So they've got a very small slice of talent that they're trying to nab, so that they can reach their Québécois, their bilingual customer base. So obviously this is not us, so we're going to archive it and move on. Here, we're only an 80% match, and there's 50 plus people in front of us. So we're going to archive that. Here, only 5 responses. I'm only a 90%. Let's hear 32 audiobooks, one at a time. So 5,400 words, that is about 30 minutes. 32 books, and prefer a person with a Christian background for many, 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 many reasons. This is a no for me, dog. Moving on. 104 responses. Good client. Nice actual limitation for the licensing. This actually, it's a bigger budget, but for television, depending on the market, 1 year for television, this might not be enough to actually be like fair market rate. I'd love for any agents in the chat to chime in and let us know their secrets. But 104 people in front of us, we're almost certainly not going to get this. So we're going to archive that, move on. Again, we've got 110 people in front of us, so we're not even going to read. We don't care about the details because we value our time. And again, 103 responses in front of us. No, not going to happen. Here, only 22 responses in front of us, but we're an 80% match, and the budget is only $100, again, of which we're only going to get 80 because we are on voices.com right now, and Voices takes a 20% cut of every fee as far as what we see. Dawn of the new era in legal technology, where tradition meets... I mean, this is all fun, like kind of standard boilerplate for this kind of video. But again, the low response rate, the low budget, and for some reason I'm only an 80% voice match. Why is that? Because of this. Announcer, that's not really what this client means. The announcer style is very out of fashion, and it has been for several years now. That's the sort of like I'm yelling at you, this is my radio voice. Like that's more of the announcer style. And so, in fact, hello, we are making an internal video reflecting Apple's this ad. We are looking for that kind of a narrator voice. I guarantee that when we're going to go ahead and preview this for a couple of seconds, I guarantee that this is not going to be an announcer read. So let's check it out, see what we got. Oh, it's the 1984. Maybe it is.
2024, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And
that actually is close to the sort of the old school announcer style read. It definitely places that in the 80s, which is when that very, very famous ad released. If you're not familiar with that ad, that sort of is probably in the the Mount Rushmore of famous ad campaigns and individual spots that if you're in this profession, like if someone references, read it like the narrator at the end of the Apple 1984 ad, then like you should know like that's what they're asking for. And so maybe announcer isn't a bad thing to put as role. But again, we're only an 80% voice match based on the work that we've done on the back end in the algorithm. And given the low budget, we're not going to read for this. So we're going to pass on it. And that's the end of the jobs that are available on voices.com. Now, voices.com auditions come in as they become available. They get sent out basically immediately. And so we're going to just keep this tab open. We've got our email alerts set up, so we'll get dinged the moment one of these jobs come in so that we can just tab over, get the audition, and get it in as quickly as possible. But for right now, we're going to go to the other website here, Voice123. We're going to hit refresh because I believe one did come in while we were chatting. Let's take a look at what we've got here. Explainer video to help customers on a website. Very standard kind of job that you're going to get a lot. There are 20 out of 35 proposals already in. We preferred again a little bit earlier, but that's just when the algorithm has decided to deliver this to us. This client reviews almost everything they get. That is great to see, especially with this many projects posted. This is a very thorough client, and we love to see that. Fixed budget. You like to see that because there's no wondering about like, oh, did I quote that wrong or whatever. So this is a really simple script. We're going to go ahead and just hit record. A Select Health account gives you secure access A Select Health account gives you secure access to your coverage and benefits. Your health. Okay, we've got a list here. A Select Health account gives you secure access to your coverage and benefits, your healthcare information, and Select Health Wellness Solutions. This includes the tools to manage everything, from reviewing your medical claims to seeing the progress you've made towards meeting your annual deductible. I feel like we're still a little bit amped up, so we're gonna do away with that entire take. I still think we're a little bit too amped up, especially for the style of video this is. This needs to be, you're holding someone's hand, you're over their shoulder, walking them through the website. There's a good chance that the person watching a video like this might be a bit older if they need some help walking through a website like this. So we're going to slow way down. We're going to tone down the energy, still keep the smile and the lift in our voice, but we're going to take a breath. A Select Health account gives you secure access to your coverage and benefits. Got to remember we're going into a list here. A Select Health account gives you secure access to your coverage and benefits, your healthcare information, and Select Health Wellness Solutions. This includes everything. This includes the tools to manage everything, from reviewing your medical claims to seeing the progress you've made towards meeting your annual deductible. That feels better. We're going to go ahead and cut that together. We didn't do a proper punch and roll, so we are going to have to be a little bit more careful on the edit here. A Select Health account gives you secure access to your coverage and benefits, your healthcare information, and Select Health Wellness Solutions. This includes, I think maybe we're cutting to here. Select Health Wellness Solutions. This includes the tools to manage everything, from reviewing your medical claims to seeing the progress you've made. Okay. And it's that simple. Do our crossfades. We're calling this Select Health. Select Health. Boom, boom. Accept the invite. Turn that off for now. Select Health. I'm happy with this response template. Hit submit. We are number 22. Okay. Let's get the next one ready to go. Go back to projects. Cat. Cat's a fun brand. Caterpillar's 100-year anniversary is around the corner. You know, they may not want something on that far. So a couple reasons that we're not going to do this one. Number one, this client only reviews half the projects that get posted to them. That's a real bummer. That means we're very likely to not get listened to at all and therefore get dinged in the Voice123 algorithm. So anthemic, exciting short video. Like, this is all good. Like, I love this kind of copy. It's really fun. It's fun to lean into, especially a brand like Caterpillar. You're going to expect sort of the Ford trucks or the Home Depot type of read, expecting to hear like some Black Keys or similar type of music behind you. Man, those are fun reads to do. But again, looking for a quote, we don't know what that means. We don't know, does this person want a realistic market rate, like fair market rate quote, or are they looking for something like, $50? Like, we don't know. And so we don't know how we're going to get dinged in the algorithm. And that's a real bummer. This client posts plenty. They've got 11 projects posted. They should know that they're going to get better results if they post their budget. So I'm not really sure what's going on here, but definitely seeing only 51% of proposals reviewed. That's a no for me, dog. Here, we are over the amount of requested proposals. That means it's almost impossible that we're going to get listened to. So that's a no for me, dog. Do we have any more of those? Here we are, over the requested amount, over the requested amount, over the requested amount. Boom, that leaves only 2 left for us. That makes our job really easy. We've got an 11-hour audio book looking for a quote. My guy, there's a rate for audiobooks. There is a fair market rate, and that fair market rate, ballpark, is $250 per finished hour. So if your audiobook is 11 hours, just do the math. That's what, $1,400? Someone check me. 1,500. Someone don't check me. We're moving on. But so that's the ballpark rate. But given that this person doesn't have, and they don't want a custom audition, absolutely not. I need to know what I'm reading. I'm not just going to send a generic random audiobook excerpt. Like, yeah, it's a memoir, but I don't even know what kind of memoir it is. And look at this. Chinese Mandarin? Are you looking for Chinese American talent? Are you looking for bilingual talent? Are you just looking for someone who can handle pronunciations? Like maybe this is, an American missionary who served, who was proselytizing in China. But there's going to be a lot of terminology that you're going to have to get. Like, we don't know. We don't know anything about this title. And so there's no way that I've got a sample that's going to be relevant to this rights holder or client. And so they've done themselves a huge disservice by A, not putting a sample script, B, only requesting five auditions. What's with this super, super long audition window? They've only gotten 3 proposals so far. I'd be curious, what they've gotten. This is just an absolutely no. Good luck. Good luck to the client and good luck to anyone who auditioned. I hope everything works out well for everybody. Here we go. We're not at the end of the queue here necessarily. This client reviews most of the proposals they get. They're looking for American English or British English. Interesting. Citraland Surabaya. Company profile. English voiceover. Elegant voice character. Curious. Okay, all of this makes sense. Welcome to the masterpiece of luxury lifestyle. A sophistication of its own. Where perfect life start and vision is built from meticulous planning into reality. A masterpiece for the chosens. Okay, I get, like, just from this description and everything, it was very clear that that this is a non-native English-speaking client, which is fine, but you're going to have to be doing some added value services. You're going to have to basically be localizing this for them on the spot, on the fly, and that is something that you should be compensated for. Like, depending on the relationships you develop, like maybe you do nice things for people, and that's great. There are certainly cases where I don't, charge for every little thing that I do. But at this budget, we don't know how long the final piece is going to be. Recording length, 500 words. 500 words, and out of these, what is this? Maybe 30 words. We already have several places we're going to have to tweak this script to where it reads naturally to the native English speaker's ear. So this is all of that is to say, this is a no for me, dog. Okay, so that's everything on Voices and Voice123 for right now. We're going to head over to ACX, take a look at what we've got. Once again, it's very nice that I can. It's sorted alphabetically, not alphabetically, by recency. I know that I looked at this yesterday, and I looked at this. We did this audition. Haven't heard back from the client, but that's okay. We fire and forget. We don't worry about whether we got a particular job or not. But this one, they're looking for a female narrator, so that's not for us anyway. This one, though, could be fun. Let's take a look at it. Estimated length, 9.5 hours. That's perfect. Project budget, right in our wheelhouse. Let's look at the about this. It's rated pretty well on Amazon, 25 ratings. It's looking for accent American Southern. Interesting. A Song That Never Ends is the first book in my Hamilton Place series. Any more? This is all just about how great the book is. No more about the setting or anything like that. Maybe in the audition script, there's more context here. North Carolina, late 1950s. So that puts us in a time and place that lets us know more about the version of American Southern that they're looking for. Because American Southern can mean Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, and those are all very different sounds. So this places us in North Carolina in the late 1950s. Child's bedroom after a nightmare. Characters: Jimmy, age 10, grief-stricken and guilt-ridden over the accidental death of his little sister. So a little bit of a My Girl kind of a, childhood story kind of thing going on. Uncle Howard, age 65 to 70, elderly physician who's taken in the child. Howard identifies with the child's guilt. Anna's voice. So is Anna the little sister? Do we have like a ghost voice going on? On good nights, Jimmy heard his sweet sister calling to him. Read me the birdies, Jibby. Read me the birdies. Okay. Interesting. So it's double spaced right now, so it's hard to tell. Oh, and we're in Word bad because we're poor and we don't have paid Microsoft Word. So we don't know exactly where the page breaks would be, but this seems a bit long for an audiobook audition. Taking a look here. So let's take a look at how many scenes we've got. Let's see if we actually want to do this. Let's see here. The pharmacy soda counter. James, now 18. Okay, so we're following these characters through time. Very interesting. James is home from college working as a soda jerk. You have to have spent a lot of time with older relatives to know what a soda jerk is. Basically, just it's the old timey sort of 50s cafe barista, making your malts, your floats, your shakes, your colas. Brilliant but socially awkward. Rebecca, age 16, cute, flirty high school girl, something of a Southern belle. Okay. I thought there was a scene 3. Here we go. Rural South Carolina, outside on a porch during a rainstorm. Rebecca is still here. She's age 19 now, soaked, scared, and cold. Mac Lee is James's older brother and is a self-absorbed prick. Redneck Southern accent. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and do this one. We are needing to wrap this up. So we're going to see how long this runs. Because we do need to have this be a shorter stream today because again, we gotta get out of here and do some other work here. But let's actually first let's mini brainstorm about how we might approach Anna's voice. Because if we don't have a good Anna, that's basically the first thing that this client is going to hear is our Anna voice. Yeah, we're going to have our narrator voice, but then the first dialogue in the first line is "Read me the birdies, Jibby," which is obviously sort of the childlike rendering of Jimmy. And if we don't have a good Anna, if we ourselves as a narrator, if we're not satisfied with our quick rendition of a young Southern child's voice, then there's no reason to go further and waste our time, waste the client's time. So let's see here. Read me the birdies, Jimmy. Read me the... I've got sort of Jenny from Forrest Gump, the young Jenny sort of in my head, and I think that's a fine place to start. There's no problem with having sort of a mental touchstone when you're trying to develop a character, especially when you're doing it quick for an audition. So we're going to go ahead and, we're going to hit record, and we are doing punch and roll on this because that's how we do longer form content. So here we go. On good nights, Jimmy heard his sweet sister calling to him. Read me the birdies, Jibby. Read me the birdies. On bad nights, though, it was Jibby, Jibby, as crimson blossoms appeared on her blouse as she slumped. Okay, so less of panic and more of a passing. Let's see here. On bad night. We are going to start from the beginning here. We've got more context into what we're going on with, so we are going to go back here. On good nights, Jimmy heard his sweet sister calling to him. Read me the birdies, Jibby. Read me the birdies. On bad nights, though, it was Jibby, Jibby, as crimson blossoms appeared on her blouse as she slumped to the floor. As she slumped, crimson blossoms appeared on her blouse as she slumped to the floor. With the latter, Jimmy would wake in a cold sweat or screaming, or both. During one such night, Howard rushed into Jimmy's room only to find him tightly balled up with his knees under his chin, rocking and breathing in shuddering gasps. Howard sat on the bed and pulled the child to him, wrapping him tightly in a supportive embrace as he reassured, There, son. It was just a dream." "No, Jimmy sobbed. The blood! The blood! Make it go away! Our monitor's making sounds, but I think it all happened after I finished that line there, so we're going to pick up from there. The blood! Make it go away! It was only a dream. Everything is all right, he said in his most soothing, we're gonna get that thorn out of your paw, Mr. Lion, tone. No, Uncle, it was real. I shot her, and the blood was everywhere. Anna is dead, and it's because of me. Another wave of sobs racked the boy's body. A bolt of lightning daggered through Howard's soul. Doris, he thought. He shook his head as though to clear it, then continued aloud. Yes, son, Anna is dead, but you didn't kill her. A series of events leading up to a horrible accident caused her death, not you. But I killed her, Uncle. It was me. His tears soaked the old man's nightshirt. Howard nodded his head slowly. His tears soaked the old man's nightshirt. Howard nodded his head slowly. True, it was you holding a gun you thought was a toy when it went off. You didn't know it was real. That makes it an accident. You weren't trying to hurt anybody. I should have known. I was too dumb. My stomach's growling. Stomach's growling. I was too dumb. Howard held the boy away from him and looked directly into Jimmy's eyes, saying in a stern but even tone, Son, there has never been a dumb Hines, and you are not going to be the first. But I'm not a Hines, Uncle. I'm a Hamilton, Jimmy squeaked. Damn it, son, you're 1/4 Hines, and that's more than enough. There has never been a dumb Hines. What about Mac Lee? Jimmy sniffled. Even Mac Lee, Howard replied, stifling a chuckle. He's not stupid, just lazy. Jimmy gave a choked half-giggle. Son, all of us make mistakes. The important thing is not the mistakes that we make, but rather what we do to correct them. The key to life is learning from our mistakes so we don't repeat them. You may have noticed earlier in this paragraph, right here, and you are not going to be the first. That's what the author wrote. But I said you are not gonna be the first. Because my interpretation of this character, even though they're a physician, they're educated, we are still in 1950s North Carolina. And in my interpretation, this character, especially in an informal, sort of a family environment like this character is gonna say gonna. But rather what... And likewise, down here, where am I? Likewise... Rather what we do to... the key to life is learning from our mistakes so we don't repeat them. I'm going to say repeat them because, again, that's my interpretation of the character. But rather what we do to correct them. The key to life is learning from our mistakes so we don't repeat them. But Anna is dead. I can never correct that. But rather what we do to correct them. Rather what we do to correct them. And I myself is wrong because in the prior sentence, I do say them where I feel like an is probably correct here. So let's do it. Is not the mistakes that we make, but rather what we do to correct them. The key to life is learning from our mistakes so we don't repeat them. My monitor's making noise. Is not the mistakes that we make, but rather what we do to correct them. The key to life is learning from our mistakes so we don't repeat them. But Anna is dead. I can never correct that. You're right. You can't correct that mistakes. Shit. So, you'll notice that I did go back to correct them because correct in a speedy context could sound like correctum, and just little bits like that. You want to notice, make a mental note of, fix, and move on. But we're belaboring the point here for the sake of the live stream. But here we go. I can never correct that. Where are we? Here we go. I can never correct that. You're right. You can't correct that mistake, but you can learn from it. Jimmy laid down again, and Howard pulled the covers up and tucked the boy into bed. Uncle, Jimmy began, still sniffling. I don't think I want to be Jimmy anymore. With his nose stuffy from crying, Jimmy pronounced his name Jibby. So, gotta watch out for this. Like, obviously, here you get an immediate notification of how to pronounce something in the prior sentence. But we've said before, you need to read, if you have an audiobook contract, if you're producing it, you need to read that book cover to cover, because sometimes this little pronunciation tag or an accent indicator or whatever can come at the very end of a book, and it should apply to every instance in the entire book. So if you don't read a book cover to cover and you discover on the last page of recording, you have totally screwed yourself. You've got a mountain of work in front of you to fix a problem that you could have avoided by reading the book cover to cover before you hit record at all. So that's something to keep in mind there. But you can learn from. We're further than that. Is it right here? Jimmy began, still sniffling. Here we go. Jimmy began, still sniffling. I don't think I want to be Jibby anymore. With his nose. Don't think I want to be Jibby anymore. With his nose stuffy from crying, Jimmy pronounced his name Jibby. Howard nodded, understanding the boy's feelings all too well. Well, son, what would you like to be called? Could I be James instead? He asked with another sniffle. I think we can do that, Howard. We gotta... I can't hear it in my ears, but I can see it in the waveform that we've got a truck passing by. So we're going to have to go all the way back to here where before the truck started passing by. And I just heard an email ding. We're going to check real quick if that is a voices.com notification. And it's not. It's a Voice123. So that is a less urgent notification. We will, however, we'll just check it out real quick, see what we've got. This looks like a solid job. Local market home builder. Let's see here. Sound like a Texan, but not with an accent. Well, I can't help but do that. Let's see here. At Highland Homes, I've actually lived in a Highland home before. So this is good. So you know what? We're gonna pretend that this is an urgent job from voices.com. Even though there are already a lot of auditions in front of us, 35 out of 50, this client reviews damn near everything that they get. So I think it's worth checking out. But let's take a look here. A male, smoother voice, but not salesy, younger sounding. So there are things you can do. My voice is not younger sounding, but there are things you can do to sound a little bit younger. And we're going to see how those go. But we're gonna just jump in and we're gonna read this copy here. At Highland Homes, we build some of the best homes in San Antonio. They said specifically not salesy, so I'm going to back it off just a little bit. They're wanting a more modern read. At Highland Homes, we build some of the best homes in San Antonio. At Highland Homes, we build some of the best homes in San Antonio. And now, I'm hearing a truck. I think it's passed. And now we've built the best way to shop for them. Welcome to the Highland Homes Suite at the Shops at La Cantera. Welcome to the Highland Homes Suite at the Shops at La Cantera. La Cantera. Let's hear. How would a San Antonioan say that? The Shops at La Cantera. Like proper Spanish pronunciation is La Cantera. At La Cantera. We're going to say it like that. Welcome to the Highland Homes Suite at the Shops at La Cantera. Explore every Highland Homes design and learn about area. Explore every Highland Homes design and learn about area communities. And learn about area communities. Personalize your home floor plan in real time or get instant access to available quick move-in homes. And receive no-hassle guidance from our expert concierge. The Highland Home Suite at the shops. The Highland Home Suite at the shops at La Cantera. One convenient location for finding your one perfect home. One convenient location for finding your one perfect home. All right, I'm happy with that. Let's see how many trucks ruin our day here. Looks like I think we go all the way back to here. Let's try this out. The best homes in San Antonio. And now we've built the best way to shop. All right, we're going to give ourselves, we're going to go ahead and eliminate that breath. Breaths, you don't want to eliminate them all. Humans breathe. So it's important to leave in breaths where appropriate. But in that particular case, we build some of the best homes in San Antonio. And now we've built the best way to shop for them. Welcome to the Highland Home Suite at the shop. So we read that a bunch of different times because we were trying to get La Cantera correct. And so let's find out how far we had to go. I think it's all the way here. Let's listen and see. Best way to shop for them. Welcome to the Highland Home Suite at the shops at La Cantera. Explore every... Probably here. Let's see. At the shops at La Cantera. Explore every Highland... Shorten that a little bit. Shops at La Cantera. Explore every Highland Homes design and learn about area communities. And learn about Okay. Explore every Highland Homes design and learn about area communities. Personalize your home floor plan in... this breath feels out of place there. So that is a case where we are going to delete a breath. About area communities. Personalize your home floor plan in real time or get instant access to available quick move-in homes. And receive no hassle to available quick move-in homes. And receive no hassle guidance from our... Actually, this is another spot we're going to remove the breath. Quick move-in homes. And receive no... Shorten that even more. Quick move-in homes. And receive no hassle guidance from our expert concierge. The Highland Homes Suite at the shops at La Cantera. One convenient location for finding your one perfect home. One convenient suite at the shops at La Cantera. One convenient location for finding your one perfect home. Good. Happy with that? Grab everything. Hit our crossfades. Turn on RX. Bounce. Call this... what are we going to call this? Highland Homes La Cantera. There we go. Accept the invite. Mute this because that's annoying. There we go. Here, we're going to copy paste in our Texas. Not much of a difference. Native Texan and military veteran here. Sure. There we go. So we're number 36. If we were to refresh this, we would see that that hopefully we are number. Let's see here. Talent must have Source Connect. That's something that you should have. This is all very simple and straightforward. Good. All right, that's great. Now, as I've been saying all stream here, we have to make this a shorter stream because I've got other work that can't be streamed that I have to get to. So we're going to we're going to close out the stream right now. I know that we were in the middle of that audiobook audition, and we may revisit that, or I might just finish it off stream. So I apologize for that if you were really looking forward to hearing me voice those other Southern characters, but it was definitely a fun audition to sort of get a portion of the way through. But you get a sense for the process for sure, just based on what we did there. How much did we record? We got through. So actually, that's something that would be worth talking about. When do you make a cutoff? If a client, especially for audiobooks, has given you a script that is really long, where do you draw the line? Where do you say, like, hey, the industry standard for audiobook auditions is 3 to 5 minutes, and it looks like this script is going to go on for 15 minutes. Where do you make the cutoff? You as the talent, you have to decide, like, do I value my time so little that I'm not actually going to produce a full 15 minutes for an audition? Or do you start making executive decisions to make cuts in there. And where to make cuts does require some thought process. You don't want to cut off mid-sentence or anything crazy like that. You want to cut off sort of at a down portion of whatever mini little story arc exists within a scene, so that it's, you know, not so jarring as you go to the next scene. But that is all to say that we did the vast majority of the work on that audition live on the stream. So don't feel like you're missing too much by not seeing the end of that. We got some auditions submitted. So we did some good stuff today, some good work. We will be back tomorrow live once again on Twitch and on YouTube. And once again, if you are watching on YouTube, hi YouTube, and you want to chat live with me and have me respond, the way for me to see what you're saying is you got to head over to Twitch, because I've only got a limited set of screen real estate here. And right here in my peripheral vision, I have Twitch chat up to where I can see it if someone sends a message. I don't have another screen to where I can see the YouTube chat at the same time. And I had to make a decision somewhere, and I opted for Twitch, because Twitch is better about the live engagement than YouTube is. Either way, if you send me a message or a comment, I will respond to that in due time. But if you want things to be answered live, then head over to twitch.tv/JimmyVeteranAudio. The link will be in the description there, so you can easily find me there. But that is it for today. I've got some other work that I've got to get out and go do. So thank you so much for stopping by. We'll see you again. We'll be on live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks. Love you.